Hi, this is Sakala Appachu Debrass, and welcome to another edition of Sakala's Talks with me, Sakala. My talk on art and subjects regarding to art, which will soon be available on my website, which is Art Sutra Kurate. Today, I'm not here to discuss any particular artist or any particular art form. Today I'm going to be talking about two questions that come to me repeatedly. The first one and the second one, they're interconnected. The first one being, what is good art and what is bad art? And the second question being, how do you create a legacy with art? Now, you're trying to figure out why is it both connected? Well, let me explain. You may like Italian food and I may like Thai food. Both are great food, but it's your like and my like. Same way, art is very subjective. What you think is beautiful may not be what I think is beautiful. But what I think is beautiful you may not think it's beautiful for you. So it's a subjective way of looking at stuff. But I want to paint a picture for you. Close your eyes and come with me on this small brief trip. Every artist, every painter, every sculptor is actually a storyteller. They are telling a story which comes from their heart, their emotions, and their talent. Whether it's a good story, it's a bad story, it's up to you, but it's a story nonetheless. So we have to remember this when we look at an art form. Now, what you may like and what works for you may not necessarily what I like and it works for me. But at some point of time, there is a perfect sync of magic, storytelling, talent, and pure heart. Pure heart. And that comes across in a painting, which is why sometimes we look at an artist's paintings and we fall in love with them. Not for a few seconds, not for a few months, but for years and years and generationally. Which brings me to my second part. What is legacy building in art? Sometimes when you go and see a really great painting, be it a Ravi Verma or a Picasso, those paintings stay with us. And we look at them and we're mesmerized by them and we go back to them repeatedly. Why is that? Because of this magic that they have. This perfect sync between art and art form. And therein is how you create a legacy. The artists who stay with you, the artist that is not just a pretty picture that you put on your wall, the artist who's speaking a language that nobody else knows about, the artist who's making a statement, the artist who's either painted from extreme happiness or extreme sadness, those come across in the painting. And generally, those are the paintings that come into generational wealth. Now, if you had picked up M.F. Hussain 20 years ago, you would have got it for a couple of lakhs. Okay, so you're saying that a couple of lakhs was a lot of money, I agree. But now the same painting is beyond the reach of most people because they're going to crores. Why was that? Because M.F. Hussain managed to have that magic in his art. He captured the imagination. He was so typically Hussain, but at the same time, everybody loved his work, recognized his work, and wanted his work. And that's what I'm talking about. So the next time you're buying a painting, take a deep breath, look at it and say, will I be able to pass it down generations? If your intention is not to do so, and your intention is to have that pretty piece of painting on your wall, go right ahead and do it. But when we talk about buying legacy art is a classic. It's a piece of music from Beethoven. It's a beautiful Kanjivaram sari. It is I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, everything just comes together perfectly. So think about it. Don't just buy because everyone's telling you to buy. Buy a little bit from your heart, but also use a little bit of your head and say, will this be part of my legacy that I plan to give to the next generation? I mean, if that's your intention. But it's important to remember these. Legacy building, huge art form. Right now, people are looking at alternative investments, wine, coffee, art is one of them. So think about it. I mean, I know a lot of people will cringe when I use the word investment in art, but it is a fact. Most people, when they die and they leave an estate, art forms a huge part of that. And art is one of the first things that people sell, because you know it is a tangible wealth that you can get money off. So go ahead, pick up something that lasts, pick up something that's pretty to the eye, pick up something that speaks to the heart, but also to the mind, and build a legacy for your family. And I hope today was a little bit, you got a little bit of information from this. Till next time, this is Sakala Appachu Debrass signing off. Please subscribe to my channel, Sakala's Life. I would really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Till next